Hello and welcome back to another Dare to Game video. Today we're playing Dragon's Dogma 2 and we're going to be doing the top 10 best one-handed weapons. So this is going to be weapons that are useful for either the fighter or of course the warfarer if you've gotten that far. And so before we dive into the content, and this will be a comprehensive video but we'll get into that, I just want to remind you right here and now, please if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 100,000 subs. We're at a little over 80,000 right now. That means we've got a ways to go, but it's very easy based on my monthly views and everything to get there if people will just subscribe to the channel. So if you find any value from the video, whether it's entertaining, informative, or anything like that, please subscribe to the channel. It's easy, doesn't cost you anything, and it'll help us grow. So with all that being said, let's dive on into the content of this video. We are going to be considering all of the stats. This isn't a location guide. If I remember offhand where I got it, I'll let you know, but that's not what this is because I don't have all that written down and you get things all over the map. So with that being said, let's just dive on in and start off with number 10, the worst of the 10 best ones. Keep in mind, there are at least 18 one-handed weapons that I've analyzed for this video, so, you know, even number 10 is still considerably better than half of the ones that you can get. So starting us off at number 10, we have the Steeled Virtue Sword. So this one is one that I didn't get until my second playthrough. I got it once I had, started on my new playthrough, and then there was a traveling merchant in, I can't remember what the name of the first town is, but you know, the first town that you go to that got attacked by the dragon. There was a traveling merchant standing there, and I was able to purchase it from him. It's possible that you unlock it as soon as you get the warfarer role. I'm not quite sure. But in any case, this one is a pretty dang good weapon. Like I said, it's number 10, but that makes it better than at least 8 other one-handed weapons in this game. You can see our stats right there. Keep in mind, a bunch of those stats are going to be from my player character because he's a high level. But the stats for this weapon just on its own, and all of the weapons in this video will be maxed out all the way, even with the Dragon Essence upgrade or whatever it's called. And so if the stats don't match for you, just keep in mind that these are maxed weapon stats, but it still ranks accordingly at every level. So the stats for this one just on its own are 324 for strength, 0 for magic, 100 for slash strength, 0 for strike strength, and 190 for knockdown power, giving it a composite score of 122.8. Very solid weapon. I love the way it looks too, so just for fashion, this is obviously a good one. But yeah, that's number 10, the Steeled Virtue. Let's move on to number 9. At number 9, we have the Batali Cudel, and so I remember buying this one once I first got to the capital of that region, Bachland. I can't remember how to pronounce it exactly, but you know, the other country in the map, and I just purchased it there, so I'm pretty sure that's how you do it. Stats for this one on its own, not taking levels into account, is 342 for strength, 0 for magic, 100 for slash strength, 0 for strike strength, and 187 for knockdown power, giving it a total composite ranking of 125.8. So this one again is a step up from the last one and considerably better than a lot of the other one-handed weapons in the game. Plus, it's got that unique Cudel look to it, so if you're going for the sort of desertish, Egyptian-ish vibe, I think it works really well for that. So that is number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have the Mace, this cool magical looking sword. This one I remember purchasing when I first got to the border town between the two nations. I purchased it from the shop owner there. As far as the stats on this one go, we have a strength of 267, a magic of 197, a slash strength of 100, strike strength of 0, and knockdown power of 140. So this one has a composite rating of 140.8. So a significant step up from those last two, which makes sense given we have the addition of our magic damage there. So we do the frost debilitation towards our enemies when we use this one. So especially against enemies that are weak to frost type damage like dragons, this one is especially useful. And it's a cool looking weapon that, like I said, you can get just by purchasing it at the border town. So yeah, that's the Mace at number 8. Coming in at number 7, we have the Silver Chinka. This one, for base stats on it, we have a strength of 408, a magic of 0, a slash strength of 100, strike strength of 0, and knockdown power of 212, giving it a total composite of 144. So a step up from the last one. This one's pure damage, no magic being extra on top. I think it looks pretty cool having that very broad slashing look that the Chinka style weapons typically have. And this one, I believe, was another one that I purchased once I got to the capital of the other country. I'm gonna feel stupid for not remembering the name of the other country before I started this video, but, you know, not Vernworth. I think that's where I purchased this one, was just the sword shop there. Coming in at number 6, we have the Threaded Cudel. This one for stats has a strength of 420, blaze it, a magic of 0, a slash strength of 0, a strike strength of 100, and a knockdown of 300, giving it a composite ranking of 164. So another big step over the last one. This one is obviously a cudgel type weapon, so very powerful in that regard. I think it looks pretty nifty. It just looks brutal as hell, like you would not want to get hit by that bad boy. Not that I usually go around wanting to get hit by anything, but yeah, very unique style to it. Kind of looks like if you're going for some sort of a brutal like Sauron type build or anything like that, that would probably be a good weapon for it. And like I said, no magic elements, so it's just raw damage. So yeah, that is number 6, the Threaded Cudgel. At number 5, we have the Stalwart Sword. So a pretty cool looking, I mean, not typically my style, definitely fits into the fantasy elements more. Not saying that there aren't weapons in real life that don't, you know, that have blades like this with the little ridges that go along them. Just, you know, it's much less common than not. Stats on this one are strength of 480, magic of 0, slash strength of 100, strike strength of 0, and knockdown of 245. And again, no magical stuff on this. It's just raw damage. Again, one of the best for a actual sword out of one-handed weapons go. There really aren't a whole lot other than this, because most of the best one-handed weapons in this game are going to be cudgel type, you know, maces and stuff. So this is one of the better options for a sword. Again, I believe this was just purchased from the sword shop in the capital of the desert country. I'm just gonna change how I address that country for every weapon until I actually remember the name of it. At number 4, we have the Carnation, which has stats of 488 for strength, 0 for magic, 100 for slash strength, 0 for strike strength, and 245 for knockdown power, giving us a composite score of 166.6. So another small step above the Threaded Cudgel and the Stalwart Sword. This one is, again, it's a sword, so it's got that going for it if you like playing with a sword as opposed to a cudgel. It's got a more traditional look. I mean, the spiky handguard looks a little silly, but, you know, long curved blade doesn't. Again, pretty sure I just purchased this from the sword shop. I don't think I had to find it somewhere, so relatively simple to find. Stat-wise, pretty dang good. It looks really nice. I actually ended up using this one for a while when I reverted back to fighter at endgame, just for, you know, the experience. So yeah, that's the Carnation at number 4. And number 3, we have the Exalted, so we're back to a cudgel-style weapon. This one, for stats, has a strength stat of 409, a magic of 249, a slash strength of 0, strike strength of 100, and a knockdown power of 100. So lower knockdown power than some of the other maces, but it makes up for it with that nice high magic damage. And this one, you know, looks pretty dang cool. Obviously is extremely powerful, and once again, if you're going for any type of a build where you like using a mace, and particularly one that can deal a significant amount of elemental damage on top of it, this one is a great option. I don't remember where I got the Exalted. At number 2, our runner-up for the best one-handed weapon in the game, we have Dragon's Dogma, the weapon named for the game. So this one is purchased from the Dragon Forged guy, the one that you go to upgrade your stuff, and to the, you know, dragon level. And so you purchase this with the worm life crystals, and that's how you get it. So most people aren't going to get this until end game or their second playthrough. But in any case, stats on this one, we have a strength of 577, magic of 0, slash strength of 100, strike strength of 0, and knockdown power of 300. So nice and high there, giving us a composite score of 195.4. So another step above the last couple. This one's raw damage, no magic on this one, which is interesting to me. You'd think with it being, you know, sort of an endgame weapon that is specifically named after the whole Dragon's Dogma thing. You'd think maybe some sort of a magical thing would be imbued into it, but nope. It is the best one-handed sword in the game, so can't beat it there. Looks pretty dang cool. I think it looks a lot like Valyrian steel swords do from the Game of Thrones depictions, or Song of Ice and Fire depictions, I should say. So it's kind of cool for that aspect, so I could definitely see a lot of builds fitting into this one. But that's Dragon's Dogma. And number 2, let's look at the best one-handed weapon in the game. And of course, at number 1, we probably have not much of a surprise to most people, the Molten Fury. This one is just a beast of a weapon. I don't remember where I got it, so that may be unfortunate. Maybe it's purchased from the Dragon Forge. I honestly don't remember. This one is, for stats, we have a strength stat of 457, we have a magic stat of 340, 0 for slash strength, 100 for strike strength, and a knockdown power of 265, giving us a composite score of 230.6. This one obviously deals extra fire damage, so so any enemies that are susceptible to fire are going to be particularly affected by this. And just overall, it's a beast of a weapon. So that is it. That's all 10 of the best one-handed weapons in the game. Like I said, I wish I could be more detailed with exact locations and stuff like that, but I didn't keep notes for all that, and running around to check every single store is way too much of a hassle in this game because of, you know, how difficult they made fast travel. So I shared the notes where I could. Stats is mostly what I wanted to focus on here. Like I said, these are all maxed out weapons, so your stats may vary depending on your level and the level of your weapon, but this ranking holds true regardless of level and regardless of weapon level. Now, you might get a time where you have, let's say you have Dragon's Dogma leveled all the way up and your Molten Fury is not leveled up at all. So sure, Dragon's Dogma stats are going to be higher then. Things like that happen, but looking at it across the board, all things considered equal, this is the perfect ranking in my opinion. So that's all for today. Hope you enjoyed the video, but we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching another Dare to Game video. If you liked this video, please leave a like and a comment. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you like my content and would like to support this channel, consider becoming a member today for as little as $1.99 a month. It makes a huge difference. But in any case, thanks for watching and have a nice day. I'll see you next time.